special guest this evening. Nico's just in a last-minute meeting, but we got one of Shano's finest. Shane, we'll bring you in first, mate, and you can introduce the Brown Mans. How you feeling, Shane? You look tremendous as usual.
Mate, I'm ready. I've got the finals outfit on, a little bit golden, feeling a little bit Western, a little bit Texan, but feeling full of spirit, ready for a big weekend of finals footy. Now, without further ado, we have a very, very special guest who has come on with only a couple of minutes' notice, but that's the way we like him. We like him impromptu, we like him raw, and welcoming to the Up and About podcast, a big hello to Joshua Brown, or Busy Brown, we call him Hollywood Biz. Hello, Josh.
Hey, Shane. Hey, Nate. It's great to be here, guys. Thanks for having me. I've got the party piece on because it's party time for 15 minutes. You got Biz Vegas ready to go.
Hey, man. And cheers for jumping on, mate. Last minute. Yeah. You're trying to take a little bit of Shana there with the party beanie, mate. Big fan.
Where do you think you got it from?
Oh, Jesus Christ. The truth comes out. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay. Set up your own podcast next week, mate. Wow.
Yeah, why not? Gentlemen, let's jump straight into it. We've got a huge week coming up, bigger finals. Shane, Brownie, correct me if I'm wrong. This is the greatest time of year. Christmas, my birthday, maybe. Finals fever. We're getting into it at the business end. I think usually we've got a winner, give or take, this weekend, give or take. But Shane, mate, I'm feeling good. How you feeling?
I've got finals fever. I went to the doctor today. I've had a day off work, of course, because I had to go to the doctor and just get it formally diagnosed. But it's not a flu, it's not COVID, it's finals fever. I'm very excited. It's all happening up here. We're at the home of footy in Southeast Queensland, and I can't wait. It's starting tomorrow night. I'm watching my boys on Saturday afternoon. I'm going to get royally distasteful. But anyway, hopefully the Saints play well. But Busy, what are your thoughts, mate?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Nathan, I would put your birthday first up there with the greatest day of the year. But, finals footy definitely close second. I'm really excited. I can't wait. It was a boring week the past week just gone with almost no sport happening. You can forget NRL. I just don't watch the rubbish. But, so the real footy starts this week. I'm pumped. Let's go.
Are you backing, Brownie? Who you got
honestly, don't care who wins. I just hope Brisbane go out in straight sets again. Nothing would make me happier.
We've got a few watchers, listeners. Jake, shout out, brother. I know you're watching. But, look, I personally hope they go all right. But they need to kick truly. We've said that a million times all season. But, gentlemen, let's get straight into it. We'll go. Shane, first of all, talk us through your boys, mate. How are they going to fare?
I think they're going to play well. To be honest, I think out of the bottom four, I think West Coast and Western Bulldogs are the only legitimate chances to have a real crack at the title this year. So we're playing one of those teams, the Doggies, this week. They're coming in pretty hot form. The good thing about it's an afternoon game. I think it's going to be probably the most picturesque game of the four over the weekend. It's going to be nice and dry, nice flat hard deck there at the Gabba. So I'm confident. I know we're playing against a side that is via Sportsbet, which I know you like, Brownie. You like a little bit of the spending and the multis and those sorts of.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Shane.
Sorry, mate. But I think we're just outsiders. Josh Battle is going to miss, which as one of our very vital swingmen who can play any part of the ground. So I think that's going to be a significant loss. But both teams ripe. Pretty much fully fit apart from Battle. And I think the Saints are going to put up a pretty good show. What are your thoughts, Biz?
Well, speaking of outsiders, I've copped a bit of flack. Oh, there we go.
What happened there?
I don't know.
I'm not exactly too sure. That's all right. Biz, get in there, mate. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Honestly, I reckon I wouldn't mind Richmond doing it again, and I wouldn't mind the Doggies doing what they did in 2016. It was exciting to watch, and it was just, they just play good brand of footy, especially that year. I think we're seeing signs of what they did that year. So, I reckon the Doggies are a huge chance to excite us again and surprise us.
I think a huge chance is a bit of a stretch there, mate. But shout out to Nate Dog down south in Melton Land. But, mate, I've copped a bit of flack over the last couple of weeks, essentially ruling Port Adelaide out. I'm sticking true to that. Geelong to go the distance, meet Richmond in the grand final. I think that's how it works. But Port Adelaide, for me, very, very good team. But I don't see them going deep into the finals. Biz, I've copped a bit of flack over that, mate. You with me or what?
I'm 100% with you. I do not rate Port Adelaide at all. I think they're a terrible team. No, I mean, they're not a terrible team because they've done what they've done. But, I don't see them doing any damage in the finals. No way.
Fair enough. Well, look, Shane, we'll bring you in first for one of your cheeky little segments. These are, for me, the highlights of the show, other than the short pass, of course. But the show this evening we should have brought to you, of course, by LRF Sports. Get your sporting apparel across the Australasian continents there. But Shane, you want to bring us into one of your many segments this week. You've been hard at work researching, of course.
Well, I have been. While I was at the GP waiting to get diagnosed with fever, I was sitting there and I was thinking about a couple of things that we think about at this time of year. There's obviously some excellent results where half the competition is continuing on. They're playing in the various big dances over the September period, but now it's in October and all that sort of stuff. So it's all very, very busy. But anyway, so while we've got the attention of one of the finest entertainers you guys will ever see. So ladies, gentlemen, Estonians, everywhere, push your record button on your phone and watch this. The question is, and I'll start with the Hollywood Biz Brown, is what are the 3 essential ingredients for a great footy trip? Now, what we're talking about here are the teams that have obviously left the competition now. We're talking about pre-COVID days, of course, because that's all we can really remember and try and think about those good old days where there was freedom and peace and harmony and ability to cross borders. But Biz, you've been on quite a few. You've entertained several hundred individuals over your journey. The 3 essential ingredients, fire them at me.
3 essential. Well, first one straight off the top of my head is 100% nudity. Nudity is one key part of a solid, successful footy trip. There's no doubt about that. I know that on every story that I've had to tell of a footy trip, there's some sort of nudity or there's almost never clothes involved in any footy trip story that I've had to tell. That's for sure.
Very good, very good. All right, let's move on to number 2. We'll try and keep it a little bit maybe M-rated, but let's see how we go.
A good book, Shane. A good book.
All right, come on,
like
back. Go.
Like I said, love, sex, and marriage. I've taken this on many a footy trip and had a fantastic time. So that's number 2 sign up, Shane.
All right, well, bring it at me. Number 3.
Number 3, of course, is the good gear, the good stuff. A fine drop, Shane.
Oh,
just to get the inhibitions running wild.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic.
I want to hear your 3.
My 3. Well, it looks as though, and we've had a bit of a technological drama here. It looks like Nathan's dropped out. So I don't know if it's because of your first answer and he's just ditched the boat. But I don't even know if I'm being televised right now. So
yeah, it says it's still live.
They're still live. All right, let's get live. Okay. My top 3 are number 1 is travel. So you have to go to the airport, buy overpriced beer, alcohol, and buy overpriced alcohol on the plane. And before you know it, you spend $150 and you haven't even arrived at the destination. But either way. So travel, I think you need to get out of the place and go and experience a different temperature.
I think the best tasting beer is that first one at the airport of the whole weekend.
It is. Absolutely.
Doesn't matter how much you pay. It's always the coldest and the freshest.
It's gold laced. It's worth $30, but every single gulp just tastes very expensive. It's nice.
Absolutely.
Point 2, I think, is an event. There has to be some sort of event where there might be a bit of a dress up, and there might be a bit of a theme. And overall, I think it's just got to be a little bit of frivolity. So you've got to go somewhere, and it might be a race day, or it might be a day where Mason sings karaoke, standing up on a table and drinking himself. Or it might just be just a fancy dress get up. So I think that's number 2. And the 3rd is probably a reasonable sized group, but not too big, not too small. So I don't know what depending on the dynamics of the group, there has to be a certain number there that 10 to 15 is a great number. 20 to 25 is probably a little bit excessive. Beneath 10, you want to kill the individual. So there's a sweet spot there.
Yeah, no, totally agree. No.
All right, hey Nathan, how are you going there, mate? Good stuff.
Oh no.
All right, hey Barndog, you coming on? Anyway, we'll move on. Nathan will be with us shortly, guys. It's a bit of a duet here at the moment, but the finals footy trifecta, Joshua. So as a Blue supporter, as a Saints supporter, we know all about finals footy. Now in the modern era, I want to know 3 AFL players that are absolute must picks for your finals team.
How modern are we talking?
We're talking modern era. We're talking, say, modern era is a bit different for me compared to you. Yeah. Say 90s onwards.
Okay. All
right. So 3 players out of that era, so the last 30 years, that absolutely have to be first picked in your final squad. Who are they?
First pick, Diesel. Diesel's going in there, no doubt about it.
I thought there'd be a bit of a lean here, but yep, Diesel. Yep.
I'll try and keep him as the only Carlton player I have in there. Second pick. You couldn't go past Buddy Franklin, surely.
Yep.
I mean, that's a gimme. And someone down back. Who have I got? Oh, I know I said before no Carlton players, but Silvani. I can't think of a better backman. I'll try to pick one from each zone.
Yeah, so you're weighing up Charlie Kerner or Harry Mackay, but it had to be Buddy, so you fitted him in.
Give me yours.
All right, I'll go Hodgie. I'll go Hodgie as that mid defender who can lock down and be tenacious and embody the spirit of the grand final collision and the broader final series. I'm going to go Jason Ackermanis. Someone who's a game breaker. He's got pace to burn. He's a gun. Loves a big stage. Laps it up. And third, I'll probably I'll go someone along the lines of a Peter Matera.
Yeah.
Also, someone out the wing who can dominate, make the ground nice and large. Not an North Smith, but just play the brand of footy, which I think stands up.
Bit of a quiet achiever, wasn't he? Oh, Peter Matera.
He was. Is there a gag there, Josh?
Never mind. Don't worry about
it. There's something there, gents. You should explore that one. Busy. Get into that one.
You're back.
Yeah, sorry, boys. Just got to call off. Nico got me in the blower. Busy, you are killing it tonight. He's a little bit worried about his spot. I said, Nico, don't worry about it. You'll be here next week. But Shano, mate, my 3 players, I think you're bang on Acker. I don't recall too many final series that Acker's gone missing. I'm going to go a little bit controversial. I'm going to go Ackermanis. I'm going to go Benny Cousins. A little shout out to the West Coastian.
The footy trip or the finals player?
A little bit of both, mate. I think he'd be best on in my footy trip as well, just quietly. And then I'm going to go Little Master. So, yeah.
Yep.
And I'll go with 4th because why not? I'll go Johnny Brown.
Oh, thanks for that, Barndog. Not bad, mate.
You know, he'll sleep better tonight knowing that he got the nod from myself. But yeah, Shane. Look, I'm going to do a little bit of a little throwback here. I read something interesting, or rather heard it on the Audibles on the radio, which no one listens to anymore, except for 97.3, I think it was. Anyways, one of them are doing some sort of 90s nostalgia competition or something or other. I don't bloody know. So I thought we'd steal it. Why not?
Ooh.
So I'm going to take us back 30-odd years, 25 give or take. Brownie, you look like you may have been born in the 90s. You look very fresh, but I'm sure you'll know a few of these. So I just want a simple yes or no from both of you. If this resonates with you, waking up a little bit too early on a Saturday morning for the cartoons, but you get hit in the face with some aerobics Oz style. Shano, tell me you've been there.
Absolutely, yes. Waking up and rather than watching aggro, I used to turn it over to Channel 10 and watch the girls in their lycra, doing all kinds of spiritual things with their bodies. So absolutely, yes.
Busy.
Yes, I definitely did, but I was never mad about it. That's for sure.
I was going to say it's interesting. A little bit younger, a little bit disappointing. As the age has crept in, it was all right. But next one. Which one for you boys? You've got Agro's Cartoon Connection. Shana, you just drunked on this. Or the old Cheese TV. It's got to be a winner. Shane.
I liked Agro. I liked his gravelly voice. I thought it was really endearing in the morning. And Chiefs TV was a little bit left of centre for me at the time, so I'll go Jamie Dunn and Agro.
I was
Biz, you a Dunster?
Yeah, no, I was all Cheese TV. I was probably a bit too young to understand Agro's humour, but I do appreciate it now though.
Fair play. Which one, Biz, will bring you in here first, mate? Are you a Tarzo's kid or a Pogs kid?
Well, actually neither. I wasn't a loser as a kid, so.
Oh, snap. Shana, you were one, definitely. Which one?
I like chips. I did like my Tarzos. I was roaming the playgrounds there of my school and throwing a couple of Tarzos around and offering them up. Tarzos for me. Yep.
Amen. Biz, tell me one of these. Roll-ups versus Dunkaroos.
Oh, Dunkaroos all day. Absolutely.
All day.
Yeah.
Shana.
No, roll-ups. Roll-ups. I like to peel it back and get them into a corner of the good thing about it, you can actually hide it when you're in class. You can have a little bit of a roll-up and then gradually disintegrate, but you can go back into class with a bit of a gob up in the corner of your mouth, and you just a little bit of sort of slow release for the afternoon. So roll-ups for me, baby.
Amen. This is an interesting one. Goosebumps versus Choose Your Own Adventure.
Oh, Goosebumps, I reckon. Yeah, Goosebumps for me for sure.
I'm going
Shane.
Choose Your Own Adventure. I like to live life a little bit fancy, a little bit on the edge. I like to have a little bit of control about what that means. So Choose Your Own Adventure for Shane.
Did you go back and I guess relive your choices multiple times to see the different endings?
Never. I owned it. Yeah, I generally ended up in a pretty dark place, but maybe that's just a bit of me.
Fair enough. Now, these are just some other 90s things that didn't make the cut but deserve a special mention. Remember the old Bad Boy brand with the B, the double B with the eyebrows?
Oh, yeah.
I was more of a mango kid myself, but special mention there. And Zooper Doopers get a run, of course, but not the ice block itself, which, of course, was brilliant, but the old paper cuts circa Joker that would inevitably happen across your face. But, I've got a few others here. Video Easy, shout out. They're only recently deceased. Tamagotchi and Marbles, Yowie versus Kinder Surprise, burning a song list on a CD. Shout out to all you 15-year-olds. And this is the old classic 1-800 reversing your parents because you've blown all your credit texting your mates. But that was just a little blast down memory lane there, Shano. So take us away from the 90s.
Yeah, I'll just quickly go into Kids Helpline. There's quite a few conversations I had with those guys over the journey. Nothing really meaningful, but just wanted to check in with someone and have a chat later on a Saturday night. So thanks to the team there at the Kids Helpline. You were great. Good.
Amen.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to throw something. Nathan, you haven't talked about the footy trip. I haven't forgotten it. We'll talk about it maybe next week when we get the fourth member of our group back. So anyway, I want to pose something. So if you were in charge of your clubhouse and you're about to go and embark on a grand final and you're in charge of the VCR or the DVD player or the Blu-ray player or the rear projector or whatever you had at the time, and you had to choose a movie to inspire and bring your team along and ready them for the big final ahead, And I'm going to pose a couple of stars. So the stars of those movies, you have to choose the movie that you would pick with these stars that would inspire. All right. You right with that, Bundle?
I think so. So you're putting together a couple of stars.
Yep.
We pick the movie that we feel would be best suited for their acting ability and the storyline as well.
To inspire your team going into battle.
All right.
All right. So the first movie star that I'm choosing is Bruce Willis. Now, out of all his heroic, action-packed films, Busy Brown, what's the one that you would show to your teammates before going into the big field?
Sixth Sense. Because winners never die.
Oh.
Clearly, Bruce Willis wasn't a winner because he was dead. I hope I didn't spoil the ending for anyone, by the way.
No.
But, yeah, that's all I could think of.
Wow, you're very thoughtful. All right.
Okay. So inspirational.
That's really nice. Okay. Bundle.
I'm going to go Die Hard 2.
Which one was that? The plane?
Sure. I've got no idea. I knew there was 3 of them. I picked the middle one.
Good. Yeah. They were all excellent. All 15 of them.
They were. Yeah.
All right. Now, someone a little bit polarizing. He's was married to one of our finest at one time, and he's played so many different roles across so many different genres. So, the great Tommy Cruise. I'll start with you, Bundle.
Tommy Cruise. Oh, wow. You haven't held any punches there. That's a tough one. Pick one of 8 million. Definitely not his infamous jumping on Oprah's couch, as entertaining as that was.
No.
Surely you've got to go. I can't get past Mission Impossible, but it's not really a get your heart pumping, run through your opponent type of movie, is it?
No, it's not. No.
I'm going to pencil that in. We'll cross to Biz. And
I'm going to go. I don't know. You can't go past Top Gun. Top Gun gets me jacked. It gets everyone jacked. I already watch that every Saturday morning.
Yeah, I think you got a winner there, mate. I'd bang on. I think you bang on with that one.
You're banging on.
Points to Biz, eh? Fair enough.
Top Gun for both. Now, someone a little bit different, who's played certainly a very, very successful actress in her own right, Sharon Stone.
Oh.
I think we both went the same spot there, Biz, so you can jump first, mate. Take the heat with that one.
A little bit of energy exerted from one of our co-hosts, so might be you, Biz.
I don't even know what the movie's called. I just can't get that scene out of my head. I was only a young Tucker when that came out.
What happened? Describe the action. We'll try and bring it back.
I'll just use one word: exposed.
That might have been
just like hey.
That might have been Basic Instinct.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Michael Douglas, and you're talking about the chair scene.
That's right. That's correct. Yes, absolutely.
Great movie.
I don't think I've seen the ending. Never made it past.
Go.
Sharon Stone. I'm going to throw one out of left field a little bit. I'm going to go. I'm not a massive film connoisseur, let alone one of Sharon Stone. I'll go. Wasn't she in Casino at some point?
In Casino. That is
I'm going to go Casino.
That's an underrated film. That is one of De Niro's absolute greats. She was married to Joe Pesci, and fabulous film.
Yeah. Again, not really one to get your heart pumping and running through brick walls, but I don't know too many movies.
You never know. Compared to Brownies, it'll get you a little bit more focused, I reckon. All right. So the last one I've got, one of Australia's finest. I was running through my mind about who it might be, but I've landed on Eric Banner. So Eric Banner had obviously a significant TV career, and also a fairly, I guess, indifferent Hollywood career. But go for it. I'll start with you, Bundle.
Eric Banner. I'm not going to go Time Traveler's Wife. That was a great flick. But again, if we're talking getting your team up and running, what about Troy?
Oh, that's a good one.
Very good.
Mm,
Very, very good.
that's solid.
That's probably the best one so far. Busy.
I am going to go the Hulk. Play the original Hulk back in 2008. And, that's exactly how I want my boys to run out on the Saturday. So
Big and green.
that's it. Big and green, baby. Get them out there. Nice and angry.
Good. Yep. All right. Excellent. Well, that's the end of the segment there, guys. I hope you've had fun.
Who won?
Had a ball.
Oh, look, I like Troy. That Casino, yeah. I love Casino. What a movie, and I think it's a bit of a throwback and probably a little bit my era. And Troy, I think, was a powerhouse. And the fact you couldn't name that particular movie, Brownie, meant you hadn't watched it all. So I'm disappointed. You can go back and watch other parts of that movie at your leisure.
I'll be sure to do so.
Yeah, sure. Very good.
Yeah, well, I'll take the chocolates there. Let them know. All right, look, Biz, we might. Shane, have you got a message off Nico for his tips going into the first round here?
Absolutely not, but we can, on behalf of Busy, I'm sure he's a responsible, accountable sort of guy.
Yeah, I know my footy, I know my stuff. I can give you guaranteed picks too, if you want to multi them up.
All right, so look, we might. I'm sure Nico. Tell you what, I think Nico's on the chat there. If you whatever, Nick, get your tips in the comments there, brother. But Biz will grab your tips anyway. Shane, so you are flying at the moment. I think you're ahead by 9 or 10, give or take, and I'm about 80 million behind. But first round, mate, Thursday, tomorrow evening, we've got Port Adelaide versus Geelong Cats. This is going to be a really interesting game. For me, I've been strong on Geelong from day dot. So this is the game that they got to come through and play strong for me. And, obviously probably get a second bite of the cherry. But Shane, who have you got winning this one?
Now, this is, as you've said, Barndog, you've got this is the Premiers versus Wooden Spooners from the start of the year for you. So I'm actually going to pick the Wooden Spooners on their home deck. I think they will have a parochial, bloody Adelaide / South Australian crowd behind them. They're going to be feral, and I think they're going to make it a fairly robust qualifying final as it should be. So I'm going to Power.
All right, fair enough. Biz, how do you see this one, mate?
Mate, yeah, I'm going Cats for sure. They're in some red hot form, especially Tom Hawkins. I mean, I don't see anyone stopping them.
I'm with you, mate.
For sure.
When's the little master back? What's going on there? I've got no idea at all.
I think he's supposed to be back this week, from what I hear. But yeah, don't take my word for it.
I'll take your word for it. I'm excited. I'm excited that Gary Ablett will be playing this week, tomorrow night. You heard it here first, or maybe 100th time. Shane, I will bring you in next. This is a real big one. Jake.
Puppet Barndog. Sorry, mate.
He is playing. Of course he is. Biz was on it first.
Yep, he's going away.
Well, I mean, that'll do.
Snuck in.
There's a quick one, mate. First of all, I would assume he's going around next year again.
I don't know. I think Gary's going to be more a touch and go. I think depending on the summer, the health of his young fella, I think he's going to be a late decision as to whether he picks up the option.
I think it'd be a shame for him not to go around again, only because he deserves a little bit of John Farnham fanfare, I would have thought. But as you said, there's a lot of moving variables here, and he probably hasn't made the decision himself. But I'd love to see him go around again. If he does go around again next year, do you see him playing anywhere else but forward pocket, Biz?
No, I was literally just about to say that if he were to go around again, you'd think you'd just stick him in the forward pocket, get as much as much life out of him as possible. But yeah, I mean, I suppose you could shove him on the wing for a quarter. He's always proved pretty handy and capable. So who knows? We'll see how this final series plays out and what happens after this.
Shane, if you had to pick one other spot to put Gazza, where would it be outside the forward pocket?
Centre.
Straight in the guts.
Straight in the guts. Yeah, not on the ball, just in the midfield, just being the little general that he is. Yep, that's the only spot. He gets a lot of the pill, and he's a gun. So either there, or chuck him at full forward, depending on Hawkins' fitness. If Hawkins was out tomorrow, you'd put Gary Ablett full forward. Why not?
Has he got enough in his legs to put him half-forward flank?
Yeah. Mate,
Meet in the middle between wing and...
Oh, why not? Yeah. He can find the ball. He can kick a goal. He is still strong enough. I think it's just more between the years, mate, as to whether he wants to go on.
All right, well, we'll move on. Shout out to Jake Dennis. I give the Lions crap every single day I see him. They don't kick straight. They can't win a competition. So I say that half in jest, of course. But they've got a big test here versus Richmond. Richmond are obviously coming good. They always do this time of year. Shane, we'll bring you in first, mate. How do you see this one playing out?
I see Tom Lynch is going to be a huge out. I think Harris Andrews is going to come back in. The story is that he's right to go. So Tom Lynch out, I think he's going to potentially. Everyone will say, "Oh, Tom Lynch is out." That's significant, but I think, particularly based on the last couple of years, Richmond played very well without a key forward. Everyone else seemed to get the slack. They seem less predictable. Their smalls go in and cause chaos. Dusty kicks 5 like he did last year against the Lions. So I don't mind it. I think they're going to be a lot more flexible down there. And I see the Tigers getting up, not by many, but say 3 or 4 goals, they'll get the job done.
Biz.
Yeah, I think, despite my hatred for the Lions, I truly believe that Richmond, it's going to be a bloodbath. I reckon Richmond are going to run rampant tomorrow night Friday night and just cause absolute chaos at the Gabba and send, a lot of Lions fans home with their tail between their legs.
That's despite your hatred for the Lions. You're going to go Richmond?
Right. Yes.
I love it. How diplomatic of you. But look, after all that, I think I'm going to go with you, gentlemen. I think the Tigers are on a little bit of a roll at the moment. So, Biz, we'll bring you in next, mate, because I want Shane to finish off this one. Western Bulldogs versus St Kilda. Now, for me, I think out of the bottom 4, these 2 teams are probably the only 2 for mind that could threaten an upset, let alone go deep into the series. So, mate, how do you see this one playing out?
Like I said before, I reckon the doggies are going to surprise us all finals. I hope they do because they're exciting to watch. And I just feel St Kilda just don't have that finals experience, and it's a whole different ball game. So I'm going the doggies.
Going the doggies. Wow, Shane. Say something.
If I was an independent observer, I'd absolutely be on the doggies. There's no doubt. They're playing good footy. Norton's back, so he's going to be incredibly threatening to the St Kilda back line. But don't you worry. If you've got any boom microphones, Channel 7 or Foxtel, you might hear a couple of suggestions on umpiring decisions or maybe methods of kicking by the St Kilda team, or just maybe some crude language coming out of my mouth on Saturday afternoon. I'm going to be ready. I'm going to try and lift my voice, and I'm excited. 9 years since the finals tilt. I'm going to get very grubby.
Shane, is this one of those family-only events where me, Nick, and potentially Biz threaten to boycott?
Yeah, it is a family-only event, and we'll see how that lands. There'll be updates throughout the evening. By quarter time, I think I'll still have them all there, and by half time, they might be in an Uber. So we'll see how things pan out.
Mate, this is a really interesting game, I think. A lot on the line, obviously. Both teams wanting to make a little bit of a statement here. So I am going to lean towards Biz's call. I'm going to tip the Western Bulldogs, and shout out to Nate Dogg down in Melton Land there as well. So let's move it forward. Shane, we'll bring you in first, mate. Nico's boys, Collingwood versus West Coast Eagles. It is at Optus Stadium, so the Eagles will bring their spiders with them, obviously. So Shane, can Collingwood do anything here?
No. Look, they'll show some heart and some grit for a half, but I would imagine they're probably going to lose by, I don't know, say 30 points. No one's winning by a whole lot anymore. You don't have to win a finals match, so I think West Coast will coast home by, say, 3 or 4 goals. Nice and gentle. Be a pretty bruise-free last quarter, and they'll cruise into take on the loser of the Port Adelaide Geelong match in week 12. So West Coast by enough.
Biz, mate, Nico's team here. He's pretty disappointed in how they've gone this season. But to his credit, he's always the first to say they're shithouse. So, mate, do you give them any hope to coast to a victory out west?
No, I'm with Shane on this one. I reckon the first half is going to be a cracking first half of football. Then the second half, I think I see them falling over. I don't really see them, doing all too well. I'm totally with Shane. West Coast all the way, but not by much.
I think last time the Pies played them, wasn't that literally the perfect game from West Coast? Didn't they kick 17 goals, 1 or 2 or something ludicrous from memory?
Yeah, I think you might be right. I think it was it was late in the year, wasn't it? It was probably the last, like you said, last time they played them.
Yeah. Anyway, maybe 3 or 4 times ago was that fateful kick from Dom Shee at the MCG. Let's not forget about that. It's that little day,
no, of course not.
But in September or the first day in October, whatever it was, and broke a couple of hearts.
I don't think I watched that game.
I didn't see that kick. Yeah, it was a large vision.
But no, I'll go with you boys. I think West Coast will be far too strong. So, look, I'll ask the question probably every week. Let's be honest. But Shane, you got to pick one, mate. Pick one team before the series kicks off. Who is going to take out the entire comp, and maybe throw in a Y for us?
I can't go past Richmond. I can't. I think. Look, they're getting better, and that's the scary thing is that they're bringing Edwards and Meatballs. Yeah, Meatballs, the former Gold Coast guy. What a bloody nickname! Absolutely heroic. But they will be at full strength for the first time this year, and they finished in the top 4. And we know they can win up here. They've done it before. They've smashed the Lions at the Gabba last year. They can play anywhere. They are adaptable. Tom Lynch's going to have a week off. He'll come back cherry ripe, as they say. So I think Richmond have the most upside out of any of the top 8 teams right now.
Biz, you've seen a bit of footy, obviously. Who's tickling your fancy, as the phrase goes?
As much as I'd love to see the Doggies win it, I reckon the Cats will just be too good. They're just they're doing everything right at the moment, and I see them going. I pretty much see them going all the way pretty comfortably, to be honest. So the Catters all the way.
You got them over Richmond?
Absolutely. Yep. I think this is their year for sure. I mean, they've been so close close-ish the last couple of years, but I think they've just got the right energy at the moment, and they, I think they'll be unstoppable.
I hope they get it done. I think Richmond will be the only team that stops them this year. I still reckon it'll be. How does that work out, Shane? I've been saying it's Richmond Geelong grand final. I don't even know if that's how it works out. Surely it must be.
If they both win week 1 of the finals, then they'll have their own prelims in their own side of the draw. So if one of them lose, and one wins, then the other one will play and cross over into their draw. So, we could have a Richmond Geelong preliminary final if someone falls over in week 1.
Okay. Gentlemen, one last question for you. This little question comes to you from Curtin Trend. All you kids in the Brisbane Gold Coast, all your window furnishing needs, hit up Curtin Trend. But, mate, who are you giving coach of the year to, Shane?
I'm going to give it to Justin Longmuir from Fremantle. I think he's overhauled a team that was playing a fairly negative brand of footy. They're still not kicking as many points as they should, but I think their entire brand is a lot more watchable. Some of the kids that they're bringing through, I think, would rival the Suns or Swans in terms of quality. We've got the rising star coming out of there. So I like Freo. I like Justin Longmuir. I like Freo, and I'm looking forward to seeing their progress over the next couple of years.
Biz, who are you giving your tip of the hat to?
Well, I kind of want to give it to Matt Rowell to see what he's done to that Gold Coast team since he's been on the sidelines. But I think I'm going to have to go with Brett Ratton. I mean, the success of St Kilda this year just speaks for itself. I mean, look what he's done to that side. So, yeah, Brett Ratton, I reckon.
Here's a question for you, Biz. We'll leave you out of it, Shane. But St Kilda obviously taking leaps and bounds this year. Probably 5 years away from a premiership. I'll grab an arbitrary number that adds up. Who will grab a premiership first out of Gold Coast Suns and St Kilda?
I'm going to say Gold Coast. Yeah.
Ooh, fucking hell.
Sorry, Shane.
What are you basing that on?
Hey?
What are you basing that on? Well,
St Kilda have got I think they're Gold Coast got such a young group, and they're just starting to gel and looking really, really good. But St Kilda, a lot of their core group is on the way out, so they'll be going through that rebuilding stage again pretty soon. You'd think so. So yeah, I'd say Gold Coast, mate, for sure.
I think you bang on, mate. I think St Kilda on paper at the moment are 5 years away, and I think if they don't bag one in 3 or 4 years, their window will close rapidly. Shane, are we talking out of our arse, or does that add up for yourself?
Mate, over 123 years, we've had 122 windows closed, so there's nothing.
So they're well versed, is what you're telling us.
they're very much used to it.
Okay. Look, Gold Coast Suns will win the premiership in 2025. So, amen. So, gentlemen, look, I want to give I'll do my short pass in a moment, but Biz, I want to thank you for jumping in last second. Ladies and gents, thanks for joining us. Shane, you want to bring us into the last pass, or short pass rather, and who's the short pass brought to us by this week?
The short pass is brought to us by Hallowed Grounds Espresso for all of your croissant, donuts, caffeine and non-caffeinated requirements on the south side of Brisbane. You go to Hallowed Grounds and ask for Shano's favourite. They'll know what you're talking about. Anyway, Amen. So I'm going to do short pass. I'm going to a wedding on Sunday, and I can't wait. It's so exciting. It feels like just this very un-2020 moment, but joining Queensland, we've done the right thing, and we're hosting weddings. So can't wait. I'm going to get glammed up, and it's going to be joyous.
Biz, where are you sending your short pass to this week?
Not to be rude, but explain to me what a short pass is.
Oh, Shane.
Oh, shame. A quick moment, a quick something that you're excited about, or something that you've noticed in the public.
Something I'm excited about. It's my old man's 50th this weekend, and he's already planned celebrations for 2-3 days running, so it's going to be an eventful weekend, that's for sure. So I'm quite excited about that.
That will be gigantic.
Yeah, a lot of.
I love it. Well, gentlemen, my short pass. My short pass was going to go to Biz, but after that despicable little display there, my short pass this week goes to Biz's dad. Enjoy the 50th, mate. Go and get amongst it. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for joining us on Up and About podcast. We'll see you back here next week, not at 8:10 p.m., at 8 p.m. Enjoy the week. Enjoy the footy.